Have you ever wondered how something so small, so easily forgotten, could be the difference between living your final years with strength, energy, and joy, or struggling with pain, discomfort, and constant doctor visits? I mean, think about it. Every morning you wake up, you go about your day, maybe you take your medications, you eat your meals, you rest. You try your best to stay healthy, but there's something you're missing. Something so simple that most people over 65 completely overlook it. It's a habit, just one tiny habit. But if you skip it, you could be silently shaving years off your life. Yes, years. Sounds dramatic? But it's true. Neglecting this one part of your daily routine could be setting you up for infections, for pain, for weakness you never saw coming. And the worst part? Most people don't even realize it until it's too late. But not you. Not after today, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what this habit is, why it's absolutely critical for your health after 60, and most importantly, how you can make it a simple, easy part of your daily routine. Imagine this. You're in your golden years, 70, 80, even 90, and you're not just surviving, you're living. Walking without discomfort, eating without pain, sleeping soundly, waking up refreshed, feeling alive instead of just existing. That's what this one habit can do for you. That's the power it holds. So stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know the secret that so many have missed. You'll understand why this one part of your body is the silent guardian of your longevity. And you'll know exactly what to do every single day to protect it, to protect yourself, and to keep living the life you deserve. And before we dive in, if you're here because you care about staying strong, staying healthy, and living your best life even after 60, then take a second. Type "longevity matters" in the comments below. It's your promise to yourself to keep learning, to keep improving, to keep living. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, because here on Wisdom of Longevity, I'm all about helping you and your loved ones stay healthier, stronger, and happier for years to come. Now, let's get into it. 1. The overlooked body part, your feet. Imagine this. An elderly man, once vibrant and active, loved taking long walks every evening. It was his time to unwind, to feel connected to the world around him. But one day he noticed a dull pain in his feet. He brushed it off, thinking it was just a bit of soreness from walking too much. Days turned into weeks, and the pain didn't go away. In fact, it got worse. Soon his feet started swelling, making it painful to move, and he found himself avoiding his walks altogether. It seemed like a minor issue at first, but what he didn't realize was that ignoring foot hygiene had led to a skin infection. Eventually, the infection spread, affecting his mobility and even requiring medical intervention. What started as a small inconvenience ended up impacting his independence and quality of life. Why does this happen? As we age, our circulation decreases, making our feet more prone to infections, swelling, and even ulcers. Reduced blood flow means that any small cut, blister, or crack in the skin can become a breeding ground for bacteria. And when we neglect to clean our feet thoroughly, we risk developing conditions that can significantly affect mobility and overall health. Now, here's a common mistake many people make. They think foot care is just about comfort, washing off the dirt, maybe trimming the nails now and then. But it's so much more than that. Foot hygiene is directly linked to preventing infections and maintaining proper blood flow. It's not just about how your feet feel, it's about how they function and support your entire body. So what can you do? It's simple. Wash your feet daily with warm water, making sure to get between the toes. Use a gentle soap, and after washing, dry your feet thoroughly, especially between the toes, to prevent moisture buildup that can lead to fungal infections. Once dry, apply a light moisturizer to keep the skin from cracking. And don't forget to check your feet regularly for cuts, blisters, or redness. These small steps make a big difference. While feet are crucial, there's another body part that also needs special attention: your hands, the neglected hands. Picture this: an elderly woman who used to knit beautiful scarves and blankets. One day, she noticed her hands becoming rough, dry, and even painful. At first, she thought it was just normal aging or a bit of dryness from the weather. But over time, her hands became so uncomfortable that even holding her knitting needles hurt. Eventually, she had to give up one of her favorite hobbies. It's easy to overlook hand care. After all, we use our hands constantly. They're exposed to water, soap, cleaning products, and sometimes harsh weather. But here's the thing. Hand hygiene isn't just about keeping them clean. It's also about maintaining skin integrity and reducing the risk of infections. Why does this matter so much as we age? The skin on our hands becomes thinner and more fragile, making it prone to cracking. Those small, nearly invisible cracks can become entry points for bacteria, leading to infections that can weaken the immune system. Here's a common misconception. Some people believe that just washing their hands when they're visibly dirty is enough. But in reality, regular, thorough cleaning is essential, especially as our skin loses its natural moisture. Without proper care, dry, cracked hands can become painful and limit daily tasks. What's the solution? Wash your hands frequently using a mild moisturizing soap. After washing, pat them dry. Don't rub, as that can irritate the skin. Apply a fragrance-free hand cream to lock in moisture, and make it a habit to check for any small cuts or abrasions. A simple routine like this can help keep your hands healthy and functional. But hand care alone won't be enough. Let's move on to another crucial area: oral hygiene. Oral hygiene for longevity. Think of this: an elderly man who always took pride in his smile. He had dentures, so he thought his oral care was less important now. He rarely went to the dentist and sometimes skipped cleaning his dentures before bed. One day, he started noticing bad breath, then gum soreness. Eventually, he developed gum disease, which not only affected his confidence, but also his overall health. Here's why it matters. Poor oral hygiene isn't just about your teeth. Bacteria from the mouth can easily enter the bloodstream, increasing the risk of heart disease and other serious infections. This is especially true for older adults, where the immune system isn't as robust. A big misconception is that once you have dentures, oral hygiene becomes less important. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Dentures still need regular cleaning to prevent bacterial buildup. In fact, neglecting oral care at any age can lead to systemic health problems. The solution is straightforward. Brush your teeth or dentures twice a day. Use an antiseptic mouthwash to kill lingering bacteria and reduce plaque. And most importantly, schedule regular checkups with your dentist, even if you don't have your natural teeth anymore. Oral health is crucial to your overall well-being. Scalp and hair care. Picture this: a woman in her 70s who always took pride in her thick silver hair. It was her crown, her signature. But over time, she began noticing something unsettling. Her scalp itched constantly. At first, she thought it was just dry skin, a minor nuisance. But soon the itching turned to redness, and eventually small sores began to form. Worried, she tried covering it with hats, avoiding the mirror, hoping it would just go away. But it didn't. Eventually, those tiny sores became infected, spreading across her scalp and causing unbearable pain. It's easy to see scalp care as just a matter of appearance. After all, isn't hair just cosmetic? But here's the truth. Your scalp is living skin, a part of your body that needs care just like any other. As we age, our skin becomes thinner, drier, and more prone to damage. And the scalp is no exception. Without proper hygiene, the scalp can become a breeding ground for bacteria, fungi, and even more serious infections. You see, a clean scalp is about more than just having healthy hair. It's about preventing skin infections that can weaken your immune system. Those tiny cuts or irritations you ignore, they're like open doors for bacteria. And when you're older, with a naturally weakened immune system, even a minor scalp infection can become a serious problem. One of the biggest misconceptions is that hair hygiene is purely cosmetic, something you do just to look good. But that's a dangerous mistake. A healthy scalp means better blood circulation, reduced risk of infections, and even improved mental well-being. Because let's be honest, feeling clean and fresh is a huge part of feeling confident. So what's the right way to care for your scalp and hair? Start by washing your hair regularly with a gentle, sulfate-free shampoo. But don't just scrub and rinse. Spend a few minutes massaging your scalp gently with your fingertips. This not only helps clean away dead skin and oils, but also improves blood circulation, which nourishes your hair roots. After washing, dry your hair gently, Never rub it harshly with a towel. And make it a habit to check your scalp for any signs of irritation, redness, or sores. Early detection is the best protection. But scalp care isn't the end of it. There's one more area that's even more sensitive, yet just as important: your intimate areas. Personal hygiene and intimate care now. This next part might seem a bit uncomfortable to talk about, but it's one of the most critical aspects of maintaining your health as you age: personal hygiene and intimate care. And while it may be a sensitive subject, avoiding it can lead to far more serious problems. Imagine this: an elderly man who was always active and social suddenly became withdrawn. He seemed uncomfortable, irritable, but didn't want to talk about it. His family noticed he was using the bathroom more frequently, sometimes even showing signs of pain. When they finally convinced him to see a doctor, they discovered he had a severe urinary tract infection, a condition that could have been easily prevented with proper hygiene. Here's the thing: as we get older, our bodies change. For women, hormonal changes can make the skin around intimate areas thinner and more delicate, increasing the risk of infections. For men, reduced circulation and changes in urinary patterns can also increase the chance of bacterial growth. And yet so many people think that intimate hygiene is something they can just overlook. They think it's embarrassing to talk about, or that it doesn't really matter. But nothing could be further from the truth. Neglecting personal hygiene doesn't just lead to discomfort, it can lead to serious infections, like urinary tract infections, fungal infections, or even skin conditions that are painful and difficult to treat. And what's most frustrating is that these are often preventable. So how do you maintain proper intimate hygiene without overdoing it? First, use mild, unscented soaps. No harsh chemicals, no strong fragrances. These can cause irritation, especially for sensitive skin. Wash the area gently, never scrub aggressively, and perhaps most importantly, make sure to dry the area thoroughly. Moisture is the perfect breeding ground for bacteria. For women, changing sanitary pads or adult diapers regularly is crucial to prevent bacterial growth. For men, proper hygiene around the groin area can prevent painful infections. And if you notice any signs of irritation, itching, or unusual discharge, don't ignore it. See a healthcare professional. Taking care of these areas might seem simple, but it can truly make a difference in your longevity. Because at its core, proper hygiene is not just about looking clean. It's about staying healthy, maintaining your dignity, and living with confidence. But there's something else you need to know. These habits may seem basic, but they can be life-changing. Because it's not just about avoiding problems. It's about creating a routine that keeps you strong, independent, and full of life. And here's the truth: aging doesn't mean giving up on yourself. It means taking even better care of yourself. It means being aware, being proactive, and treating your body with the love and respect it deserves. But we're not done yet, because understanding these habits is one thing. Making them a part of your life is another. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about next. It's not easy, is it? Accepting that our bodies need more care, more attention, that things we once did without a second thought now require a bit more effort. It can be frustrating. It can feel like a reminder of all the years that have passed. But here's something I want you to remember. Taking care of yourself is not a burden. It's a gift you give to yourself, a gift you give to the people who love you. Because yes, as we age, our bodies change. Skin becomes thinner, muscles lose their strength, energy doesn't come as easily. But that doesn't mean we lose our dignity, our joy, or our ability to live a life that is full, beautiful, and worth celebrating. No, it just means we must be more intentional, more mindful. It means we must learn to care for ourselves in ways we may never have thought about before. But here's the thing. Caring for yourself doesn't have to be overwhelming. It doesn't mean you have to become obsessed with every little thing. No, it simply means being aware. It means understanding that small, consistent habits are the building blocks of a long, healthy, and happy life. Maybe you've never thought much about your feet. Maybe you always thought hand care was just for appearances. Maybe you never realized how closely oral health is connected to your heart, or how a clean scalp can protect you from serious infections. And perhaps the idea of talking about personal hygiene made you feel a little uncomfortable. But today, you know better. Today, you understand that these are not just minor details. They are the pillars of your well-being. And here's the beautiful part. This isn't about fighting against aging, it's about embracing it, about taking control of it, about living each day not just as another step toward the end, but as a moment to be lived, to be loved, to be cherished. So instead of feeling overwhelmed, look at these habits as small acts of love. Love for yourself, love for your body that has carried you through so much, love for the life you still have ahead of you. Because when you choose to wash your feet carefully, you're choosing strength. When you care for your hands, you're choosing independence. When you maintain your oral health, you're choosing to keep your body strong. When you clean your scalp, you're choosing comfort. And when you maintain personal hygiene, you're choosing dignity. These are not just habits, they are acts of respect for yourself. They are promises you make to your body, saying, I will not abandon you. I will care for you because you are worth it. So start today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. Pick one of these habits, just one. Make it a part of your routine. Wash your feet carefully, paying attention to the spaces between your toes. Moisturize your hands. Brush your teeth with care. Clean your scalp gently. Maintain your personal hygiene with dignity. Start with one, then another, and then another. Because that's how lasting change happens. Not with sudden, overwhelming resolutions, but with simple, consistent steps. And know this, every moment you spend taking care of yourself is an investment. It's an investment in your comfort, your strength, your peace of mind. It's an investment in your independence, in your ability to keep doing the things you love, to keep spending time with the people you love. It's an investment in your life. But above all, know that you are worth the effort. No matter how many years have passed, no matter how many challenges you have faced, your life still has value. You still have joy to give, memories to create, love to share. And these small habits are your way of protecting that life, of making sure you can keep living it fully. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Whether it's a family member, a friend, or a caregiver, there is no shame in needing support. In fact, it takes strength to say, I want to keep living well, and I could use a little help. Because that's what love looks like. Love for yourself, love from others. Love that sees beyond the wrinkles, beyond the aches, beyond the passing years, and remembers that you are still here, still alive, still deserving of care, of comfort, of happiness. So take a deep breath, smile, even if just a little, because today you've taken the first step. You've learned, you've understood, and now you have the power to make a change. Because taking care of yourself doesn't have to be complicated. It's simply a matter of choosing one small, loving habit at a time. And the effort you put in today will pay off tomorrow. In your strength, in your comfort, in the way you move, the way you laugh, the way you live. Your best years aren't behind you. They're still here, waiting for you. So let's take a moment to recap what we've learned today. 5 simple habits, 5 powerful acts of self-care. First, we talked about your feet, those unsung heroes that carry you through life. By washing them daily, drying them properly, and moisturizing, you're not just protecting your comfort, you're protecting your mobility, your independence. Then we turn to your hands, your tools for connection, creativity, and care. Regular washing, gentle moisturizing, and keeping an eye out for cuts or dryness isn't just about soft skin. It's about maintaining your ability to do the things you love, from cooking to holding the hands of those you cherish. Next, we touched on oral hygiene, a habit so often overlooked, yet so crucial to your overall health. Brushing, using mouthwash, and scheduling regular dental checkups don't just protect your smile. They protect your heart, your immune system, your entire body. After that, we explored the importance of scalp care, because a healthy scalp isn't just about clean hair. It's about preventing infections, maintaining blood circulation, and ensuring you always feel fresh and comfortable. And finally, we talked about personal hygiene, a subject that may be sensitive, but is absolutely vital. Gentle daily cleaning, choosing mild products, and ensuring you're dry and comfortable aren't just habits. They're acts of respect for your body. Acts that protect your dignity, your health, and your peace of mind. These aren't just random habits. They are your foundation for a healthier, happier life. They are the difference between struggling through your later years and living them with strength, comfort, and joy. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you or someone you love ever experienced health issues because of neglecting one of these simple habits? Was it your feet, your hands, perhaps oral care? Or maybe you've discovered a small change that made a huge difference in your comfort and well-being. Share your story in the comments below. Your experience could be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Because here on Wisdom of Longevity, we are a community, a place where we learn, where we support each other, where we remind one another that it's never too late to start caring for ourselves. And if you found this video valuable, if you learned something today that could help you or a loved one, please give this video a thumbs up. It may seem like a small gesture, but it helps more people discover this important information. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Here at Wisdom of Longevity, I'm all about sharing practical, compassionate advice to help you and your loved ones age with grace, strength, and joy. Because aging doesn't have to mean suffering. It can be a time of peace, health, and fulfillment. Thank you for watching. Remember, your health, your comfort, your happiness. These are not luxuries. They are your rights. They are things you deserve, no matter your age. So stay mindful, stay healthy, and never forget, you are worth the care you give yourself. I'm so glad you spent this time with me today. Take care of yourself, take care of those you love, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay strong, stay wise, and keep living fully.